Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim. I'm here at my repair shop, Donor Auto in Anchorage, Alaska. Hey, I got this 2014 Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. Came in with actually a return comeback type deal 6 months ago. Actually roll back to a year ago. I had installed a non-OE right rear wheel speed sensor in the vehicle after it came in with the ABS and traction control light and wheel speed sensor code. Cleaned that, installed a non-OE part, and that lasted about 6 months. Came back, I put the OE part in, I'd done the connector and everything, and that worked great. And forward to today, 6 months later, it was back again with the light. A brief description, but not a lot of details. And so I was concerned. I stayed awake last night wondering what the pick, not again. And lo and behold, not the case. So we do have some unrelated codes, central gateway code with a high beam headlight issue, but ABS code, stored active code C1219. Try to get this to focus. Steering wheel position sensor erratic performance. So really the point of this video is going to be yes, these have issues with the steering wheel position sensor mounted in the column. There's also, if it's been aligned or adjusted or lifted or anything like that, and it hasn't had a 0-point calibration done, that's going to affect this code and bring it up. I believe there's one other code. I'll list that in the description that may appear related to that same system. But the moral of the story in this case is to be sure to check for front end damage, alignment type issues and whatnot before going to doing the 0-point calibration or going down that route or this looking at the sensor itself. First step, check front end. And in this case, unbeknownst to me, they had, this was not the spare. This was installed on the right front. And the spare now installed on the right front because we've had some impact collision damage. The bumper is bent and damaged, of course. And actually, if I measure the distance between the back of the tire and the running board or step, I'm about ½ inch closer on this side as compared to the other. And another sign that things aren't quite right is our tires are pointed straight forward and our steering wheel is not centered. So I believe the damage in this case is related to the collision itself and subsequent damage to the control arms. We have upper and lower control arms on each side connecting the differential housing to the frame of the vehicle. And in this case, that bow is pretty much natural. They're similar to both sides, but you can see here on the axle housing welds how that sustains some force, some impact force for sure. I think that this side, since we've measured and it's shoved back a bit, is probably out of position just because of those control arms. But although I have an alignment rack, I don't have a laser frame rack that I can measure these components and measure the frame and ensure that nothing else is damaged. And I think in this case, the customer was hoping to avoid an insurance claim, which I can't blame them. But I think it might be actually the best route to go. My option would be to replace those control arms and throw it on the alignment machine and get that dialed in if possible, and then do the 0-point calibration on the steering position sensor, and see if we can correct it that way. But unfortunately, yeah, that'd be spending some buckos and not addressing all the collision damage, which there's some cosmetic stuff, and the bumper is bent and the fender is a little bit damaged. So they could get a complete repair, and if it was beyond even the scope of what they initially saw, they can always update their claim and get that money paid. I believe she has full coverage, so probably going to be the case. But the moral of the story is be sure if you get those steering position sensor signal erratic codes to take a look at your alignment, your suspension, and make sure there isn't some type of damage that's occurred that is causing your steering wheel to be quite crooked. All right. Hey, thanks for your time, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.